What is going on YouTube? It is Team Gradelock here. I'm your host Enrico. I'm doing another deck profile with Murakumo for Erick. Erick's been playing Murakumo for how long? 1 year? 2 years?
Not very long.
Not very long.
Okay. It seems like he played it for a long time because that's the only deck he actually plays. But he's doing a deck profile with Murakumo, a new updated version, and he's gonna break down the deck profile for us. And let's go.
Our starter is gonna be Cat Devil because it's the only starter we have. Basic stuff, on ride, draw a card.
That's a really good skill, by the way.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah, I think I played that too in my deck. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I wonder why. For triggers, we do 4 draw PG and 1 regular draw trigger. Want to build up the hand as much as possible because this is an Excel clan, so you're pretty frail. So building up your hand is really good when you need to. Then main pressure, 7 crits because 7 crits are good. Hitting crits are really nice in this game, especially when it's in a format where protect is a thing and it's annoying.
So you don't care about front triggers at all?
No, fronts are
Fronts
bad.
are pretty bad.
Okay. Fronts are bad until we get the BSTD support.
Still bad.
Really?
Sorry, brother.
Oh man. And 4 heal trigger because 4 heal triggers are good.
I love you.
Grade 1s we play
These your rich pods?
1 9k vanilla because I have room for it, and the 9k base is pretty good against the rush. 3 jamming impeders because jamming impeders ability at end of battle it boosted a Vanguard attack. You could soul blast 1, reveal top 5, so you're either left or right arrestor. This has helped out a lot in picking up the left arrestor before I ride Zanbaku, so you have the Zanbaku lock combo in hand already. And it's just good to get a shuffle in your deck, especially when you're going to brick really hard, because there's been moments when I've checked 5 cards from the top of my deck and they were all normal units and it was going to end
From your whole career.
Yep, it was going to end everything. And we play 4 Rikuda Slug. At the end of the battle, this boosted, you send the card it boosted to the bottom of the deck, and you give 2 units plus 5k. So for early game rush, you can call a trigger in front of it, swing for 12, which usually hits if you're not playing against a Force Clan, but it does help in the grade 2 and grade 1 game for getting back triggers like your basic 5k draw trigger back to the deck and just having triggers back in your deck, especially when you're in a deck where you shuffle a lot and you're able to put back your triggers in for free. And give 2 units 5k, which is really good for hitting force numbers because your 9s become 14s and then you can hit the 13k base. Then we play 4 Million Rat because building a board with Million Rat is usually a nice way to start out early game. Don't have to waste as many cards calling for boosters later game. And if your opponent snipes one in the back, you always have the other one to clone out and call a second one. And this just helps with the reshuffling and your triggers back into the deck with Rikuda Slug. Then we play 3 Fushimi because Fushimi is a really good 14k attacker. I don't like riding Fushimi that much, but I play him at 3 because of the 14k base and the attacking. And the skill to attack unit in the back row is usually really good when it's attacking annoying boosters or annoying cards like Circle Magus to check cards, to draw extra cards after your drive checks for OTT. Commander Laurel, getting rid of the annoying doubling and powering, having a big number hitting your face every turn.
Midnight Bunny.
That too. There's a lot of great ones that this is really good for sniping, and this is also good against Neonectar for sniping their plant tokens early game when they have when they're about to do a tree stage turn and they use this skill to get a plant token behind their Vanguard. So this way you prevent their tree stage combos from going off. Then we play the basic 4 right and 4 left arrestor. Right, counterblast 2 with right. When you're on Zanbaku, you prevent your opponent's Vanguard from standing if you have a left. And left, you could soul blast 1 and give a unit plus 5k when attacking. You could give himself plus 5k when attacking, and that's really good because he hits force numbers
All the time.
And the soul blast doesn't hurt that much when you attack with him after the turn you did right arrestor, because you could just soul charge, so it's really good. Then we play 4 Dueling Dragons Zanbaku, and Zanbaku usually is the card that you can win on if you're playing really smart and you're playing really long game and you keep preventing your opponent from riding a grade 3, or if they get grade stuck and they're stuck on a grade 3 that they really didn't prefer to be on, like being on a Tomato or being on any other grade 3, or being on a Dark Dictator or Gust Blaster in Shadows and and Neos, because those decks are pretty prominent. Well, Neos is pretty prominent,
PC
so
players be like.
so locks your opponent if you have left and right on board, and he gets plus 5k, so he swings for force numbers too.
Hear the cat. Get the cat out.
Then we play 3 Twin Swordsmen for
That's you.
Musashi. If you have more rear guards when attacking with this, he gets plus 5k, and your opponent has to guard with 2. This card has won me so many games just because of his guard restrict ability, and he's just so. It's so good to have him at 3, because having him at 3, you still see him consistently enough, and you're not risking riding him that much. There's a better chance of riding Zanbaku, so it's pretty good. And then the ace grade 3 of the deck that I love so very, very much, Dueling Dragon King ZANGEKI, the new VR from the set. Continuous skill, so this works for both your turn and your opponent's turn. He gets plus 5k if you have left arrestor, and he gets a crit if you have right arrestor. So defensively, he gets 4 stacks that 17k base, helps you guard a lot, helps save cards in your hand for like 30k attacks. It makes them a 15k drop. It's basically being cross-ridden as long as you have left arrestor. And left arrestor would usually take some of the attacks, because sometimes opponents, if they don't have hard retire, they just attack the left arrestor to try and make your Vanguard weaker to attack your Vanguard. Then his really good skill is his guard restrict that he bestows to the whole board. If you have another Dueling Dragon in Soul, your opponent can only guard with grade 0s for the turn. Only grade 0s. So there have been moments where there was games where I played where my opponent had 6 normal units in hand and couldn't guard with anything, and they died just straight off of ZANGEKI. All the combos together with just ZANGEKI and the guard restrict just make the deck so much better. Especially when you pair this with Musashi, where your opponent has to swing and have to guard with 2 grade 0s in hand. And then at that point they just die because they can't stop. And nothing special for Excel circles, just 6 basic Excel circles because I'm cheap and poor.
But what if you had to ride a 7th grade 3 in that game?
Honestly, though.
I don't know.
Well, you can only get 6.
You can only get 6.
That's the rule, brother.
Oh
like-
man.
In the words of Hulk Hogan. That's the rule, brother.
Alright, then anything else you want to say about the deck? About Murakumos and the current meta?
It's pretty helmet. Just tighten that helmet, don't even think. Strap it on. Easy wins.
Easy dubs?
Easy dubs.
Easy dubs.
Wow.
Alright guys, you heard it first from Erick Lopez with his Murakumo deck, easy dubs with helmet. And we will see more of Erick in a couple of match videos, so stay tuned. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and deuces.
Easy dubs.
Easy dubs.